The Tower of London, a fortress that has stood the test of time, a silent witness to the ebb and flow of history. Just the name conjures images of intrigue, imprisonment, and execution. Its walls have echoed with the whispers of secrets and the cries of the condemned. Standing guard over London for nearly a millennium, this historic fortress has witnessed some of the most pivotal events in English history. From royal coronations to bloody rebellions, the tower has seen it all. From its construction by William the Conqueror in 1066 to its modern-day role as a tourist attraction, the tower has served many purposes. It has been a symbol of Norman power, a royal palace, and a fortress of defense. It has been a royal residence, a treasury, a menagerie, and most famously, a prison. The crown jewels, a collection of the most precious regalia, are still housed here, drawing visitors from around the world. Within its walls, kings and queens have lived, plotted, and died. The tower has been the backdrop for many dramatic events, including the imprisonment and execution of Anne Boleyn, the second wife of Henry VIII. This essay explores the Tower of London's fascinating history, delving into its architectural evolution, notable prisoners, and enduring legacy. The tower's architecture has evolved over the centuries, reflecting the changing needs and tastes of its occupants. Through its many transformations, the tower has remained a symbol of power, resilience, and the enduring spirit of England. The White Tower, the oldest part of the complex, stands as a testament to the tower's Norman origins. Join us as we unlock the secrets held within the tower's ancient stones, uncovering tales of betrayal, bravery, and the ever-turning wheel of fate. From the medieval era to the present day, the Tower of London continues to captivate and inspire, a true icon of British history. In 1066, William the Conqueror, Duke of Normandy, triumphed at the Battle of Hastings, claiming the English throne. To consolidate his power and secure his new capital, William embarked on a castle-building campaign across England. Among these fortifications, the Tower of London stood as his most imposing symbol of Norman dominance. Construction began around 1070, with the iconic White Tower, the tower's central keep, rising first. Built from Kentish ragstone, the White Tower was an impressive feat of engineering for its time. Its sheer size and strength served as a constant reminder to Londoners of their new Norman ruler. The tower's strategic location, on the north bank of the River Thames, provided control over both the city and the river traffic. It quickly became a symbol of William's authority, a tangible representation of his grip on the English crown. Over the centuries, the Tower of London underwent significant expansions and modifications, reflecting the changing needs and ambitions of its rulers. King Henry III, from 1216 to 1272, added curtain walls, towers, and a moat, transforming the fortress into a more substantial royal residence. He also beautified the interior, creating luxurious apartments fit for a king. During the reign of Edward I, from 1272 to 1307, the tower's defenses were further strengthened. He constructed a new outer curtain wall, enclosing a larger area and adding more towers. These additions not only enhanced the tower's security but also reflected its evolving role. It was no longer just a fortress. It was becoming a royal palace, a symbol of power and prestige. Section 4. The Tower as a prison holding enemies of the crown. While the Tower of London served as a royal residence and a symbol of royal power, it also gained notoriety for another more sinister purpose: a prison. From its earliest days, the tower held those who dared to defy the crown, from political rivals to religious dissenters. The tower's imposing walls and reputation for harsh conditions made it an effective deterrent and a dreaded destination. Prisoners came from all levels of society, from high-ranking nobles accused of treason to common criminals awaiting trial. Their treatment varied depending on their status and the severity of their alleged crimes. Some prisoners endured solitary confinement in cramped, damp cells, while others were granted more comfortable accommodations. However, all lived under the constant threat of torture, execution, or simply disappearing within the tower's walls. Section 5. Turbulent times. The Tower during the Wars of the Roses. The Wars of the Roses, a brutal dynastic conflict that ravaged England from 1455 to 1487, cast a long shadow over the Tower of London. This period was marked by intense and often bloody battles between the rival factions of the House of York and the House of Lancaster, each vying for control of the English throne. The Tower of London, with its imposing structure and strategic location, became a focal point in this turbulent era. This period of civil war between the houses of York and Lancaster saw the Tower embroiled in the struggle for the throne. The Tower was not just a passive observer, but an active participant in the conflict. It served as a fortress, a royal residence, and most infamously, a prison. The Tower's role in the Wars of the Roses was multifaceted, reflecting the complex and shifting allegiances of the time. The Tower changed hands several times during the conflict, serving as a strategic stronghold and a prison for captured enemies. Each change of control brought new challenges and dangers. The Tower's defenses were tested repeatedly, and its walls bore witness to the desperation and determination of those who sought to control it. The Tower's dungeons were filled with high-profile prisoners, including nobles, knights, and even royalty. Its walls witnessed bloodshed and betrayal as both sides fought for supremacy. The Tower became a symbol of power and a prize to be won. The battles for control of the Tower were often brutal, with no quarter given. The bloodstains on the Tower's stone floors are a grim reminder of the human cost of this dynastic struggle. One notable victim of the Wars of the Roses was King Henry VI, deposed and imprisoned in the Tower by his Yorkist rival, Edward IV. Henry's imprisonment in the Tower was a significant event, symbolizing the fall of the House of Lancaster and the rise of the House of York. Henry's time in the Tower was marked by uncertainty and fear as he awaited his fate. Henry met a tragic end within the Tower's walls, rumored to have been murdered on Edward's orders. The exact circumstances of Henry's death remain shrouded in mystery, but it is widely believed that he was killed to eliminate any threat to Edward's claim to the throne. Henry's death in the Tower is one of the most infamous episodes of the Wars of the Roses, highlighting the ruthlessness of the conflict. The Wars of the Roses left an indelible mark on the Tower's history, highlighting its vulnerability to the tides of war and the ruthlessness of those vying for power. The Tower's role in this conflict is a testament to its strategic importance and its enduring legacy as a symbol of both power and suffering. The stories of those who lived and died within its walls during this tumultuous period continue to captivate and intrigue us, reminding us of the Tower's pivotal role in England's history. Section 6. Royal Prisoners, Tales of Intrigue and Tragedy. Throughout its history, the Tower of London has held a grim fascination for its association with famous prisoners, particularly those of royal blood. This ancient fortress, with its imposing walls and storied past, has witnessed countless tales of ambition, betrayal, and sorrow. The very stones of the tower seem to echo with the whispers of those who once languished within its confines. Their stories, often shrouded in intrigue and tragedy, continue to capture the imagination centuries later. These narratives are not just mere footnotes in history. They are vivid accounts of human drama, filled with passion, treachery, and the relentless quest for power. The lives of these prisoners, marked by their royal lineage, were often cut short by the very ambitions that once elevated them. One of the most famous prisoners was Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII. Her story is one of the most poignant and tragic tales associated with the Tower. Anne's rise to power was meteoric, but her fall was equally swift and brutal. Accused of adultery, incest, and treason, Anne was imprisoned in the Tower in 1536. The charges against her were likely fabricated, a result of political machinations and Henry's desire to remarry. Anne's imprisonment was a stark contrast to her earlier life of courtly splendor. Despite her protestations of innocence, Anne was found guilty and beheaded on Tower Green. Her execution was a somber affair witnessed by a few select courtiers. The image of Anne, dignified even in her final moments, remains etched in history. Her tragic fate cemented her place in history as a symbol of love, betrayal, and the capricious nature of royal power. Anne's story serves as a poignant reminder of the perils faced by those who dared to navigate the treacherous waters of Tudor politics. Another notable royal prisoner was Lady Jane Grey, the 9 Days Queen. Her brief reign was marked by political intrigue and familial ambition. Jane's story is a testament to the fleeting nature of power and the often brutal consequences of political maneuvering. Placed on the throne after the death of Edward VI, Jane was quickly deposed by Mary I and imprisoned in the Tower. Her ascension to the throne was orchestrated by those who sought to control the monarchy, but their plans were swiftly undone by Mary's determination to claim her rightful place. At just 16 years old, she was beheaded on Tower Green, another victim of the Tudor dynasty's ruthless pursuit of power. Jane's youth and innocence make her story particularly heartrending. Her execution, like Anne's, was a stark reminder of the dangers inherent in the struggle for the English crown. The Tower of London, with its dark history and tales of royal prisoners, remains a powerful symbol of the complexities and tragedies of the past.